become vengeance.
Batman stands as one of the most enduring and complex characters in cinematic history, and the latest film in his saga continues that legacy with a bold reimagining that resonates with both longtime fans and new audiences alike. This iteration of The Dark Knight delves deeply into the psyche of Bruce Wayne, exploring not only his battles against crime but the emotional and moral weight that comes with wearing the cape and cowl. From the moment the project was announced, anticipation has been electric, fueled by the promise of a grounded, character-driven story that combines visceral action with profound thematic depth. This is a Batman not just defined by his gadgets and combat skills, but by his internal struggles, his sense of isolation, and his search for meaning in a world riddled with corruption and pain. At the center of the film is a meticulously cast Bruce Wayne, portrayed with intensity and nuance. This version of Batman is haunted by the loss of his parents, driven not simply by a quest for justice, but by a visceral need to impose order on a world he sees as irredeemably chaotic. The actor steps into the role with a performance that balances brooding introspection and explosive physicality, capturing the duality that defines the character, the fragile man beneath the mask and the almost mythic figure he projects to the world. Supporting Bruce is a rich ensemble that populates Gotham City, each character carefully chosen to reflect and challenge different facets of his identity. Familiar faces, as well as new additions to the Batman mythos, populate this narrative, ensuring that interactions feel layered and consequential. The film's plot unfolds in a Gotham City that is grim, gritty, and teetering on the brink of collapse. Crime and corruption have seeped into every corner of the city's institutions, and Batman's presence is both feared and revered. What sets this story apart from previous incarnations is its focus on the detective aspect of the character, showcasing his brilliant analytical mind as he pieces together clues, confronts hidden agendas, and unravels conspiracies that extend far beyond petty crime. Early in the story, a brutal crime wave orchestrated by a shadowy criminal mastermind thrusts Batman into a labyrinth of deceit and danger. As he follows a trail of cryptic messages, Alfred's quiet guidance and loyal support become ever more vital, grounding Batman even as the darkness threatens to overwhelm him. One of the most compelling aspects of the movie is how it treats the villains, not merely as obstacles but as reflections of Batman's own fractured psyche. The antagonist at the center is cunning and charismatic, presenting a challenge that is as much intellectual and moral as it is physical. This villain forces Batman to question long-held beliefs about justice, vengeance, and the thin line that separates hero from monstrous vigilante. Through their confrontations, the film probes deep philosophical questions. What happens when the very things that make you a hero also sow seeds of obsession? Can one ever truly escape the shadows of their past? These themes resonate throughout the narrative, giving the story a psychological richness that enhances its action and spectacle. Visually, the film embraces a striking aesthetic that blends noir influences with contemporary sensibilities. Gotham's towering architecture, drenched in rain and shadow, becomes more than a backdrop. It feels like a character in its own right, embodying the city's decay and latent hope. Cinematography plays with contrast, light, and darkness, reflecting Batman's internal conflict. Every alleyway, skyscraper, and abandoned building is rendered with atmospheric detail, immersing viewers in a world that feels palpably real yet heightened in mood. Fight sequences are choreographed with precision, emphasizing raw physicality and tactical intelligence rather than flashy moves. Each confrontation reinforces Batman's resourcefulness and adaptability, reminding audiences why he is revered as a detective as much as a warrior. The emotional core of the story lies in Bruce Wayne's relationships. Alfred, as ever, serves as a moral compass and surrogate father figure, offering wisdom tempered with fierce loyalty. Their dynamic provides moments of quiet respite amid the chaos, revealing Bruce's vulnerabilities and the emotional cost of his mission. Selina Kyle, another pivotal character, enters Bruce's life as both an ally and a mirror to his solitude. Their interactions are charged with tension and empathy, blurring the lines between trust and self-preservation. Through these relationships, the film explores themes of connection and isolation, illustrating how even the most guarded hearts can yearn for understanding and companionship. The trailer, released well ahead of the official premiere, gave audiences a tantalizing glimpse of the film's tone and stakes. Flashing sequences showed Batman moving through a city on edge, his silhouette cutting a striking figure against flame and rain. Teasers hinted at cryptic riddles left by the antagonist, scenes of high-tension confrontation, and quiet moments of introspection where Bruce's resolve is tested. Fans across the globe dissected each frame, debating theories about the villain's true motives, the direction of key relationships, and the deeper meanings behind symbolic imagery glimpsed in brief shots. That early footage set the stage for fervent speculation and rising excitement, sparking conversations that extended far beyond the typical action movie chatter. As release day draws near, the film's presence looms large in cultural discourse. Posters and teasers have appeared worldwide, each teasing elements of the narrative that point toward an epic confrontation, one that promises not just physical peril but philosophical reckoning. The marketing strategy leaned into the mystery, giving glimpses without fully revealing the nature of the threats Batman will face. This deliberate pacing intensified anticipation, creating a sense of urgency and curiosity that has only grown in the months leading up to the premiere. In fan communities, discussions range from the symbolic significance of the film's imagery to the potential for future storylines that might emerge from its ending. The creative team behind the film has spoken passionately about their intent to honor the character's legacy while pushing boundaries. Their approach was to dig into the emotional landscape of Bruce Wayne in a way that feels authentic and resonant, exploring what it truly means to carry the mantle of Batman. Rather than relying on spectacle alone, the story prioritizes character development, weaving action into moments of introspection and moral conflict. This balance imbues the film with a depth that elevates it above conventional superhero fare, offering audiences an experience that is both thrilling and thought-provoking. Throughout the narrative, subtle subplots enrich the world of Gotham. Corrupt politicians, desperate citizens, and conflicted law enforcement officers populate the city's streets, illustrating the multifaceted challenges Batman must navigate. These elements give texture to the story, reminding viewers that heroism exists in shades of gray and that true change often requires sacrifice and resilience. The film does not shy away from showing the emotional toll that Batman's fight takes on those around him, underscoring the idea that every action has consequence. The antagonist's identity and objectives remain shrouded in mystery for much of the story, their presence felt through calculated disruptions and cryptic clues that push Batman to his limits. This cat-and-mouse dynamic propels the plot forward, creating tension that crescendos toward a climax where revelations reshape the stakes. In this confrontation, Batman is forced to confront not only external danger but internal contradictions, challenging him to redefine what it means to be a symbol of justice in a world that seems determined to test his resolve. As the film progresses, moments of triumph are tempered with loss, creating an emotional rhythm that resonates deeply. Batman's journey becomes one of self-discovery, with each choice reflecting his evolving understanding of morality, duty, and identity. Viewers witness a hero who is neither infallible nor unfeeling, but profoundly human beneath the armor. This vulnerability makes his victories all the more powerful, illustrating that true strength arises not solely from physical prowess, but from the courage to confront one's own fears. The aftermath of the climactic battle leaves Gotham forever changed. And so too does Batman. The conclusion does not offer neat resolutions, but instead reflects the complexities of life in a city where darkness and light coexist. This ambiguity invites audiences to ponder what lies beyond the final scene, encouraging reflection on the nature of justice and the sacrifices required to uphold it. The film's ending resonates not as a conclusion but as an invitation to explore deeper themes long after the credits rolled. In the weeks following its debut, Fans and critics alike will dissect every nuance from performances and direction to thematic undertones and visual craftsmanship. Conversations about the film's impact on the broader superhero genre are already underway, with many praising its commitment to emotional integrity and narrative depth. It stands as a testament to the enduring power of Batman as a cultural figure, one capable of evolving with the times while remaining rooted in timeless questions about heroism, identity, and morality. This latest Batman film is not just another chapter in a beloved franchise. It is a bold exploration of one of fiction's most complex heroes. Through its layered storytelling, rich characterizations, and gripping visuals, it offers an experience that is as intellectually engaging as it is action-packed.